So today I'm going to be considering just two of my past experiences for now that's really held me down and it was a challenge in my youth and then my teenage life and how I overcome it. So one of it is fighting, and second of it is gambling. So I'll be going straight to the point, so I don't want to waste much of the time. So then when I was still growing up as a teenager, even up to my youth, I discovered that this thing called fighting was kind of rampant in my community. And then as a teenager growing up, you have to see so many things, even things you don't want to see, you just get to see them, things you just get to play out. So every teenager has someone that is older than them, in the community, like youth now. So I got to notice even while I was growing that most of the youths then, even talking about just not just the youths, but it all just started by what we see. So the youth then have like violence in my area, most of them have violence. So I would like say 60-40 or 70-30. But the population of them are like majority are like violent. So I get to watch their behavior and their lifestyle and the things they do that result to fight, and it's not kind of helpful. And then I was not really like it because I was like, it's something that is still new to me then. Like, what is this? Why would they be engaging in this? Why would this happen? So even going to school, I noticed that it's not exempted from you just going to school. Then primary school, the same thing also occurs there. And I found that even teenager then brings it. Even you see a child too, maybe of 3-4 years, that does not really know anything about fights. But you see the way to just be, maybe he and she, or maybe he and he is something like that, and would they be? So it's something that is common to some kind of environment we see ourselves. So then I grew up to see all those things, and it's really impacted me negatively that I started to see myself functioning in that kind of way. And I didn't really like it from the start, but I started to see myself, so society made it feel like as if you don't fight, then you're not strong, or maybe you're not in the game, or stuff like that. So when I was not used to it, even graduated when I even entered secondary school, it was like an habit now. Even in my community, most time, kids are supposed to be settled. I was like, no, to have to end the fight to know who is stronger. So, but later I discovered that no, it's not worth it. So, like, what will I do to, stop this? Also, looking at gambling too. The same thing, like I said before, also applies to this youth. We watch our youth, then even in ball or some other games they engage, they like they attach it with money, and they know, and some other sports even in school, then they also do things with money. Then it grows to playing some kind of virtual games, even go to play games, like in a game house and stuff like that, and put money. So I watched all those things to play out, and I even have people that then I just like look up to. So I saw that their life too was the same as almost the others. So I started having desire for it, and I started playing. Then when I was little, like from the teenage age, I was betting like maybe 15 naira or 20 naira. Then and 100 naira. Then it advanced, coming to when I was in secondary school, coming to when I even finished. So the habit was just something else, and even money they will give to me for maybe projects in school, I will end up using it for gambling. Even sometimes too, I can take my mom's money, and just because of gambling, not even what I want to eat, because of gambling. So it's so bad that sometimes I cannot really do things that will be beneficial to me. I have to end up using the money for gambling, or even go, ahead to even take money from my mother and lie to her, use it for gambling. So I started noticing that it was not really helpful to me, and it was an habit, and to stop it was not really easy. So I was like, how will I stop this? And then I was not really used to this what do they call online stuff. where you have to search to seal the opinions of people that has passed through this and now they like stop their habits and how and stuff like that. But once I noticed that apart from that, I also could not like look down on the fact that my parents too are also like godly people and they also like teach us and make sure they bring us to the way of the Lord. Okay, yeah. So talking about gambling, it's something that over time it has really helped me down. And why is that? It's because of my community again and things I also saw in school. And it was not really helpful to me at all. And I just sort of I'm not into it. And I just started it because I want to by entangle myself into what I saw. Used then when I was a teenager, things I saw, and when they play games such as football or some kind of other visual events, money are into it. So, and I see the kind of happiness they get if someone should win. So I just felt okay, this is very good. Let me also engage in it. Not knowing that if I should start to do that, then will come that I can't be able to control it. So I engaged in it and knowingly before I know I started to see myself. Money I supposed to use for upkeep or used to buy books for school or used to like go errand, I like put it. I can't say invest. I don't say invest, but no, you can't say invest because it's a wasted investment. So when you put your money in, like you gamble your money. So I started putting the money in gambling, and sometimes I do win, but little. But most of the money I just waste them. So it comes to a stage whereby I was not like not myself again. Anyone I have to come play, either bet Niger or BBs, what they call BB. I know that most of you that is conversant to this in Nigeria will know what I'm talking about. So this is what I do, and it was not really helpful. I get to do so many things just in the name of gambling, and it really was not good on me. It's really affected me like badly. So that is one of the things that I faced as a challenge then. And coming to fighting again, the same thing you find in your community whereby your youth, you as a teenager just growing, you find most of your youth, like 70% of them violent, and they engage in this fighting and they make it look like as if you have not started fighting or doing this practice, maybe you are not strong or you are weak or you are not a man, and then I don't like it. But when I even started going to school, even primary school, when I was like getting a bit, sensible then in knowing my wrongs from my rights, I started to see that this thing is still something that one is not just exempted like that, because someone will have to make you angry or want to like push you. So if the current like the degree to which people in your life affect you is no more than the degree to things you see and people negatively are affecting you. You can't be able to help it. So and that's what really happened. Although that my family background, like my family now, they are godly, but they don't really have time much like that. The little they can tell us really helped us, but it reached to a stage of my life that it was not really impacting again, because when you're exposed to people and school and stuff like that, you get to also receive teachings from other parties. So I started to see myself engage in fights, something that ordinarily is supposed to be settled. Then I see myself not settling with it again. If someone should offend me, I want to fight to show that I'm strong, and stuff like that. Even maybe someone beat up my friend, I have to want to retaliate, and I thought it's just normal, but later it was like a part of me, and I have to now do sometimes for fun, just to like show that okay, I'm strong, I'm man enough, which was wrong. So it got to some part of my like extent of my life that I was not really happy with it anymore. But I didn't know the way to stop it. Even though I want to use my strength, it was not really like helpful. So it only has little impact. So what did I do? So I have to start to draw close to God, learn of God, and I started seeing that when I draw close to God, then it's not as if then we believe that we are all child of God Christians, but there's one thing we should know, that you now as a child of God, you have to learn of God. So this brings me to the things I was doing now that made me overcame these habits. And one of it is that I draw close to God. In terms of my prayer, I step up my prayer a little bit higher than the way it was before. And study the word of God to know the realities of the new creature which I am. So I get to start to learn of that, and I saw that as I was doing that, there was an impact, like continuous impact. Since I started to draw myself close, I noticed that I was now losing touch of those habits little by little. Even the time I stopped them, I didn't even know, but I just noticed that the habit was never there again. So then I now found out that this is the main key. That when you start to learn of God, and you give yourself to prayers, these things just goes away. So this is the step. As a kid, I engaged, and it was helping me. So other was I have to tell the friends I follow. I have to leave those people that were impacting me negatively. So I have to just let them be. So mingle myself with people that are with positive mindset. So these are the way I also have to run away from them, because one thing that if you do not talk to yourself and see the reason to leave some friends, even with your prayer, it's like as if you'll be wasting time, because as God is helping you, you are still entangling yourself with people that will be impacting you negatively, and it's not good for you. So this is the second thing I did. So viewers, one thing I want to get out of all I've said and all I've shared is that first of all you have to be close to God. Yeah, you have to be close to God, because it's not just enough to say you're a child of God or you love God. So that is one of the ways that will help you to be able to overcome so many addictions and stuff that has held you down negatively. When I say close to God, you have to learn about God. If it's the church, find the right association in the church that you'll be able to link yourself into, that will stir up that urge and fire for God. And when you do that, you see that you start to break loose from all these addictions little by little before you come up, overcome them. And the second day again, I'll also say your peer groups, people you associate yourself with, like I've said, similar to the first one I just said, that matters. See yourself in school or in your community, people you interact with matters, people you call your friends matters. So it plays a big role to either help you positively or negatively. And then thirdly too, I would say that you have to make up your mind. It's a decision to say, okay, I don't want this, I don't want this. Get. So when you say you don't want this, you have to stand to it. And when you say you want this, you have to stand to it. So these are the things I would say. So my viewers, one thing I want you to get from this type of sense is that you have to be determined to be able to take a positive change. Because it's one thing for you to want to change, and it's another thing for you to take a drastic step. Just like, for instance, if you want to drink water is in the fridge, but you expect someone to go and get it for you, you have to go and get it by yourself. So when you say, I don't want this, you have to stand by it. Take that step to say, no, this I don't want and I don't want. So, and another thing I'll be telling you is that, just an addict, show your feeling or tell you who you are. So you have to decide the kind of friends you keep. Let them be people that influence you positively, that our communications are always positive communications, not negative communication, because it really matters. It's shaping the way you behave, it models the way you have to bring yourself. So that is very important to you. So you have to take a drastic step towards that too. And lastly, I'll be saying you have to also know God. If you note, I don't see you have to love God, because all of us we say we love God, but if you say you love somebody, it's beyond you just saying I love somebody. You love somebody, but if you are really close to the person, you know what the person wants to do and what the person doesn't want to do. So that's why I say know God. And how do you know God? Through scriptures and through prayer. But these are the things you get to do that will make you. This one I just said is the key. So this is the key for this I just said now. Know God. So when you engage in prayer and in the word, you see that your life just transformed and you will not find out it again. So these are the things I will be leaving you with, and hope to see you at that time.